that helps bad people. It's going to take him. So if you find yourself, those of you that are good now, if you find yourself in a situation where you just so happen to might be bad, remember that you got a good God that helps bad people. So that way, you don't find yourself in condemnation. Because if you don't understand that you have a good God that helps bad people, whenever you fall into diverse temptation and you fall into a place of sin, what'll happen with you is you'll get so condemned that you'll be beating yourself up. Condemn means to have no value. Condemn literally means useless. And so now you'll start thinking that I don't hold any value. There's nothing that God can do with me. I can't, I just can't. I can't, I can't live for God anymore. God don't want anything out of me. Out of everything that I've done, God cannot use me. Yes, God can. God can use you. If God can't use you for nothing else, he can use you to tell people what not to do because you've been there. He can use you to help people to know how to avoid the pitfall that you fell in. So yes, he can use you. And if you're willing, he'll use your testimony. He'll use what you dealt with in order to testify, because you're not the only one. Please don't ever think that you're the only one. This is musical chairs in life. When you get out, somebody else gets in. You are not the only one. And that's where the testimony comes in and plays a major part right there. So yes, when you find yourself in a situation, please know that you have a good God that helps bad people. I'm trying to look, I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help you. Those of you that are already in a place of condemnation, because I sense it in my spirit. Those of you, some of you are whooping yourselves up about some things that you done did and some stuff that you done said. I just literally nothing. You done slipped over into condemnation. Some of you got one foot in condemnation and you're over here, you're struggling. Well, how about tonight if you would allow this word to pull you back and bring both of your feet over onto the side where the mercy of God is, the forgiving power and the love of God is, okay? While we were yet sinners, remember Christ died for us. Get your feet out of condemnation. Get your feet out of there. You are not useless. You are worth more than what you think. You are worth so much that while you were yet in that sin, Christ died for you. That's just how valuable you are to God. You are worth so much more than what you could ever imagine. You are worth him sending his son to die. You are literally worth him taking 39 stripes on his back just for your healing alone. You are literally worth him taking a crown of thorns on his head just because of what you would go through mentally, the mental anguish and all. You are so worth it that he would allow them to drive those nails, those stakes in his hand and in his feet. You are so worth it that he would allow them to pierce him in his side. You are literally so worth it that he would drink bitter vinegar or gall, it says, just for you. You are so worth it that he literally gave up his life for you. You are valuable. You are worth more than what you think. You are worth a whole lot more than what you give yourself. I'm trying to tell you that the hand of the Lord is not shortened, that it cannot save. You are valuable. I don't care what you have done, to what capacity that you have done it in. The Spirit of the Lord is after you. The Spirit of the Lord is chasing and pursuing you because of the love that he has for you. He is a good God that helps bad people. Yeah, bad people. Well, nobody wants to admit that they are bad, but like I told you, when we do things that are ungodly, we are bad. Point blank, period. Whether we did it one time or did it 20 times. At the state of which I did it, I was bad. I cannot say that I was acting as a woman of God, as a Christian, when I done did something that was contrary to God. I was being bad, but I thank God for having a God that helps a good God that helps bad people. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all about, a good God that helps bad people. Get your feet out of condemnation. Get your feet out of that mess. Bring yourself over to the peaceful shore. Receive the grace of God. God, understand that while you were yet in sin, Christ died. Yeah, he was looking dead at that sin and said, I tell you what, I got to go ahead and die because that dang on death fiend finna do it. I got to go ahead. Listen, y'all might as well go ahead and suit me up because she gonna do it because I know her. That's just her. She gonna do it. And while she yet in the midst of it, he's taking the piercing in the side. While I was yet in the midst of it, he was getting those staves drove in his hand. While I was yet in the middle of it, they were literally driving them into his feet, crown of thorns on his head, beating him while I was yet in my sin. He said, I gotta go do it because she's gonna do it. I know, dear fiend, she's gonna do it. She ain't gonna quit. Look at her. She's on go. She's all gas, no brakes, baby. I got to do it. I gotta go. I gotta die. I got to. I have no other choice. While we were yet sinners, I'm trying to help somebody tonight with a headache. Pastor sitting here with a headache. But I'm trying to help somebody tonight to tell you, while you were yet sinners, God knew about that mess, man. God saw that mess. That's the reason why he requires honesty. He saw that mess. He knew it. It did not catch him by surprise. He knew that on this particular day, at this particular time, that you were going to do this, that I was going to do this. He knew that. He knew that, and that is the reason why he says, while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. That is the time that we need him. We don't need him when we got it all together. Jesus said, hey, for they that are not sick have no need of a physician, but I come to those that are sick, the lost sheep of Israel. That's what he said, the lost sheep. Anybody ever been lost? Anybody ever, any other sheep ever been lost? Would you tell the truth about it besides me tonight? To say, listen, I've been lost. Oh, Lord, I might even be lost right now, if the truth be told. But listen, there is a good God that helps bad people. Yeah, man, y'all don't let me turn up tonight and my head hurting. Listen, there is a good God that helps bad people. Bad people. I made a bad decision. I made a bad move. Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. I dare not say it was right, but I will say, help me, Lord. I will. He's a good God that helps bad people. The Lord wanted me to share this with y'all tonight, and I'm obeying him. I'm obeying him. While my body is yet arguing, my body is fussing. Ooh, it's fussing. I wish y'all could hear it. It's fussing. Saying, go in there and get that coffee in that refrigerator. And I'm saying, no. I'm going to go in there. And I'm saying, no. I'm not going in the refrigerator. I'm going to the bed. I want to take a shower and go to bed. I'm not going to the refrigerator. That's the battle that's going on, but I am yet, through the Spirit of God, yielding myself to him to help somebody. Somebody that's willing to hear tonight. Somebody that's willing to hear. While we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. He did not die for you in your righteous state. He died for you in your sinful state. So with your so perfect self-righteous self, come to terms with the fact you messed up. And if you come to terms with the fact that you messed up, then his arm or his hand can rescue. It can rescue. The biggest struggle we face is the struggle with being honest about the mess ups. Because we're so image driven as people. I'm telling y'all, I'm about to fire some teachings on image. Yeah, because we're so image driven. Everything we do, we worried about what somebody think, what somebody gonna say. Image driven. Image. Can't even come to grips with what you done did. Can't even deal with the mistakes that you made because you're so image driven. Still haven't come to a place of honesty and truth about it because of being image driven. Yeah. But when you understand that I am mere flesh, Christ liveth in me, the hope of glory, but occasionally I am visited by the tempter, and sometimes the tempter get me. Sometimes the tempter get me. So when you can be honest about that arm can always be there. That hand that rescues can always be there. It's right there. See, I keep him right there. I make sure I keep him right there. Because if I ever find myself, if Delphine ever finds herself in a ditch, finds herself where she's falling, I need to keep him right there so that arm can get me out. Because it's not short that he cannot save. Neither are his ears heavy that he cannot hear. So I keep him right there so he's able to hear me when I call. Just in case I drop his hand. Because as humans, every now and then, we'll drop his hand. Be not deceived now. Be not deceived. Be not deceived. As humans, we'll drop his hand sometime. I might not drop it near as much now as I used to, but I won't dare tell you that I won't drop it. Because if I tell y'all tonight that I won't drop it, I'll be tempted with something tomorrow that'll cause me to drop it. So I always keep myself in a humble place. I always make sure that I keep Delphine in a place where she understands that it is possible to happen to her. There is nothing that I see anybody do, anybody go through, that I look in and say, you know, that'll never be me. I don't talk like that. I don't talk like that. I might say, Father, I thank you. I pray I don't have to deal with that. But you ain't going to catch me tomorrow. That will never be me. That never done whooped a lot of people butt. I'll never this and I'll never that. I always make sure I keep myself humbled. Make sure I keep myself in a position as to where I know that nothing is keeping me but the blood of Jesus. I know that in this flesh dwelleth no good thing. And I know that the Bible says that my righteousness is as of filthy rags. I get it. I get it, y'all. So I make sure that I keep myself in a place as to where I know that I am nothing but just a slip from a fall. So when I pray, let me tell y'all one of my daily prayers. Let me give y'all a secret into one of my daily prayers. Daily prayers. When I pray, this is what I say. I said, Father, strengthen my ankles and remove the feebleness from my knees, that I may be able to stand and withstand having done all. That's my daily prayer. It's one of my daily prayers. Remove the feebleness, strengthen my ankles and remove the feebleness from my knees, that I am able to stand and withstand having done all. It's my daily prayer, because I understand that I am nothing but a slip away. Nothing but a slip away. He has to be a good God that helps bad people. Because he's had